We're going to be using walnuts today, or any nut for that matter. Now, the key is there's a couple of options. When you have walnuts at home, you can either buy them, of course, in shell. Now, if you buy them in shell, they'll last longer, for at least 6 months in the shell. In the event that you have them in the shell, of course, we've got to get them out. And we like to play this fun game at home, which is, of course, breaking the shell. And you simply take a meat mallet or a hammer, and just simply, the most important thing is focusing on the seam and tapping it. So that when that happens, it automatically opens your nuts without crunching them, of course. The other thing you can do is when you have lots of nuts that you need to have chopped up, you can take a food processor and simply take the nuts, place them in, and keep in mind that because nuts have so much oil, to keep them from sticking, you just simply add just a little bit of flour. That will chop them up very quickly without them sticking together. Now, another factor with nuts overall is when you toast your nuts, you get a better flavor. Toasting absolutely brings out the flavor, and in this recipe, I recommend that you toast your nuts for approximately 10 minutes in an oven of approximately 350 degrees. And all you simply do is place your nuts on a cookie sheet, bake them for 350, and you will have the most wonderful flavor that will work in this wonderful pate. Here's the ingredients you're going to need. For the chocolate pate with raspberry sauce, we need 8 ounces of sweet cooking chocolate, 1/3 cup of butter, 1 tablespoon of instant coffee, 2 tablespoons of brandy, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 cup of walnuts, or any nut for that matter, 2 cups of heavy cream, 2 eggs. The sauce has 10 ounces of raspberries, 2 tablespoons of brandy, and sugar. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the chocolate and butter melted. I've got it over a double boiler. It has been melted, and to that, I'm going to add the instant coffee, and I'm going to stir, and then the brandy. Now, keep in mind at home, you can use brandy extract, so if you can, anything that you would like in terms of substitutions, whether it be, if something calls for a liqueur, you can always add an extract. Additionally, you add your eggs, and you're cooking that, and your walnuts, and of course, any nut that's toasted. Now, you want to make sure that something's very important is you want to make sure that when you add your eggs, you add it into chocolate that is warm, so that you cook the eggs. And to that you add, of course, your vanilla extract. Measuring it, of course, precisely, making certain you have precise measurements. Now, once this has been fully incorporated, we're going to show you what it looks like. This is the chocolate mixture when it's been cooled, and to that I'm going to add the whipping cream. This is, as you can see, a very quick, very easy, very fast recipe. The real amount of time comes in the refrigerator where you let it set up. That's why it's one of those, it's a great recipe to serve in the evening. It's rich, but it's light. Okay, now we're going to take the whipped cream, and we are going to fold that into the cool chocolate mixture. Now, what you're going to do is just fold it in, get it fully incorporated, and we're going to be refrigerating this. Now, you can also, with this particular recipe, this is a recipe that you should serve within a day after you've actually made it. Okay. After this has been fully blended and fully incorporated, see how nice and light? I mean, it's just a wonderful texture. Okay, creamy, light, yet rich and wonderful. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm pouring it into a pan or a baking dish, and of course you can see that it's deep. And I put plastic wrap around it so that it won't stick, and it'll be easy for me to get this out. So just go ahead and pour it in, and we're going to use our refrigerator and let it get to where it's nice and chilled. And it'll take about 6 to 8 hours. That's when you know it's basically firm in texture. And then to that, we're going to be adding the sauce. The sauce is very easy to make. It's raspberries. Now, they can be fresh or frozen. And, of course, sugar and the brandy, either the extract. And then you just go ahead and blend these together. And what we're going to do now is let me show you what it looks like. After this has had a chance to cool, or actually chill for approximately 6 to 8 hours, this is what it's going to look like when you actually get it out of the pan. To that, we're going to be adding, now this is something, you've got a wonderful chocolate creamy texture, and to that we're going to be adding a tart sauce. Now, I have to tell you, at home, I like to add a deep, rich chocolate sauce. So you can also choose between raspberries or a deep dark chocolate. Just take dark chocolate, like semi-sweets, melt them down, and pour that over, and you'll have a wonderful dessert either way. Now, let me show you what it looks like. This is the chocolate pate with the raspberry sauce. It's rich, it's creamy, it's light, and it's easy and fun to make. Okay, come right back because we have wonderful light recipes low in calories.